What's up, guys? Hopefully you can see good. We're gonna make a reaction video. Reacting to
his story.
Alright, we can't yet. It's late in the night. His story, he's been growing really fast. We've seen some of his videos.
And also feature Jake. 6'7".
So we're gonna go onto his channel. Let's
We'll react to a reacting to a react.
his story.
What if
We just made some shorts. Hope you like them.
What if we just
reacted to Ninja reacting to
This
We
is gonna
are
take a while.
We are reacting to a reactor of his story.
Hold, guys.
and
Hold, guys.
also AKA
So stop.
Midnight Maverick.
So.
It's
It's
That's
not
the
Midnight
wrong
Maverick.
channel, guys.
It's Jake.
No, it's actually Suplex City. Some random numbers. Yeah, some channel I made a long time ago. So. iPhone 17 giveaway. Every 1 million subscribers.
Alright, bro. I just had to drink some more. Hold up. I'm the POV Ninja. Lock in, chat.
Lock in.
I watched too much Ninja. I'm sorry. Alright, Jake. We're putting it on.
Lock.
Sorry, there will be some ads.
No.
Stop.
Lock.
Alright, now you guys switch out. That was just
Shook the gas station windows
Alright.
and the lights flickered and I grabbed
Sorry
the
for the
counter.
long
The
noise.
fluorescence steadied and I
Wait, we figured out his story's actual name. It's Caleb. Low key? No, bro. Fact check this. Is it literally Caleb?
Caleb, we caught you, bro.
Caleb Williams.
Alright.
I was
We
16
caught
and
Caleb.
Alright, alright,
We
we're watching
caught
this.
Caleb.
Actually,
accidentally put on this video.
Why are we reacting to a reactor?
Thunder shook the gas station windows and the lights
Look,
flickered
it's Caleb.
and I grabbed the counter.
Let the audience
The
watch
fluorescence
it.
steadied and I exhaled.
Yeah.
I was 16 and pulling a solo.
Why are you 16 working in this rain when you probably don't even have
And
your...
it's
When
nighttime.
you probably just got your driver's license. Watch this. There's gonna be someone who just pulls up with a gun and robs you.
Shift
No,
because the other
at
dog
the
called
nighttime,
me.
in a
The
solo
sun had been
shift.
building for an hour, and every time the thunder cracked, the lights blinked, and the dread punched through me. I paced past the fire extinguisher on the wall for the 10th time. A box of zip ties sat on the shelf under the
Yo,
counter
these
next to
type
the
of
scissors.
videos,
I counted the
I
register
try to
twice
like
keep
react
busy
to and
and
pause,
slid the drawer
but
shut,
it just
and
puts
every
me in a
light on the
trance where I
block
have to
died
watch.
At the same time. The register died, and the coolers stopped, and I grabbed the counter because the dark.
Oh my.
Alright, bro. Call your dad.
Straight up, just call your dad.
Instant. And
No, wait, never mind. That's not how it works. He has no internet.
I yanked out my phone and the screen said citywide power outage. My boss had already texted, stay put, lock the doors. I locked the front door and paced behind the counter and the
Is bro gonna sleep here for the night? Alright, sorry. I want you guys to watch this.
security camera above the register blinked once and went dark with everything else. I texted my friend Nate because he always answered no matter what time it was. Bro, the whole city just went dark. You seeing this? No response. Nate was the kind of kid who texted back before you put your phone down. We shared a desk in shop class, and he chewed the inside of his cheek when he was thinking. Rain hammered the roof, and nothing else made a sound. Something banged
Guys,
against
go.
the side of the building, and I dove.
Wait, let's make predictions. So,
Roast that.
one, his friend comes in to save him.
Oh, his friend just absolutely tries
His
to
friend,
kill.
his friend comes in clutch like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and saves him.
Two.
And
He pulls out karate moves.
who's he gonna fight? The lightning. Two, a tornado comes
And
and
just rips his head
and
off.
he
And
dies. Three, a tornado comes
And he escapes.
and he somehow escapes because he got the perfect protection, some magical mystical thing.
No matter what, he's surviving this.
Wind
No
Facts.
matter what, he's him.
outside.
Or
I
this
shoved a
could
toppled
be his last
display
ever
back
video
with
and
shaking
die.
hands and laughed
No,
at myself for
he's
jumping.
way-
A knock on
he's
the glass.
older
I
and, like,
spun,
different
and a woman
videos,
was standing
so.
in the rain holding a sleeping
What?
toddler.
What do you think he's? I actually didn't.
I
think
think.
this-
I think
What do you think he's gonna do, Jules? What do you think he's gonna do with that person?
he's gonna let them in, right?
He's
But
gonna let them in, and then they're gonna pull out a Glock and
No, they're gonna take their mask off and be like, "Hello, Poppy," and now, bow,
They're
bow.
gonna I think they're gonna let her in.
How you know
But
the
then
Dominican Poppy?
Alright, stop. Let me talk. Jules, shut up. Alright, So they're gonna let them in, and everything's just gonna be chill. And then at one point, towards the end, she's gonna give them. I think
They're gonna
she
get
needs
married.
gas, so she's coming in because she has no power, no gas. And then when the power comes back on, he's letting her in to be nice. When the power comes back on, he gets saved by the
Against her chest.
girl.
She knocked again, and her face was desperate through the wet glass. I flipped the lock and pulled the door open. Can I just get gas? My daughter's asleep, and I'm almost on empty. The toddler's head was on her shoulder, and one tiny fist was clutching a stuffed elephant, and she was drooling onto her mom's shirt. Of course, pumps are down, but I can flip the manual override in the back. Thank you so much.
Oi,
We've
we're
been
here on
driving for
gas.
40 minutes trying to find somewhere open. My husband's deployed,
Honestly,
and it's just me and her, and I've been
we're
going
all
in circles in the dark. I handed her a paper
We're all
towel,
wrong.
and she wiped the rain off the toddler's face, and the little girl scrunched her nose
Hopefully you
and
guys
squeezed
can
the
actually
elephant
see.
tighter without waking up. She could sleep through a hurricane. She basically is. The woman laughed, and the relief of having another person loosened the knot in my chest. I'm Caleb, Michelle, and this is Lily. I noticed a name tag safety pinned to the elephant's ear. Ellie in wobbly marker. Michelle caught me squinting at it. She named it herself. Can't spell yet, but she got close. She bounced Lily and hummed something, and Lily's fist tightened on Ellie's trunk in her sleep, and Michelle kissed the top of her head. We'll be home soon, baby.
How do
The
you
gas
spell
station
Ellie?
felt warmer and smaller with them in
Wait.
it, and the blackout didn't
Guys,
matter. I went to the back
why
room
is-
to flip the
why
manual
is-
pump switch. I could hear
Guys,
Michelle laughing
why
at
is
something Lily
Lily's
did in her
eyes
sleep.
open
The front door
if
chimed behind
she's
me.
asleep?
I came back out and my stomach dropped through the floor. 3 men in ski masks
Whoa.
and gloves inside the gas station. The biggest
My prediction, by the title, one of them is his friends, and then the lady gets kidnapped, and he gets kidnapped. But somehow there was a a tornado that hit this place, and because they got kidnapped, he got saved. But then he gonna pull out his karate moves and beat up everyone, and win.
one already
Oh, yeah,
behind the
because he's
counter. The
strong.
second
He got
flipping
strong
the
in
lock.
one
The
fight.
I
third,
haven't
2
watched
feet
this.
from Michelle. She yanked Lily against her chest, and the girl woke up whimpering, and Michelle's face went white, and everything warm about the last 10 minutes died. Nobody moves. He grabbed my collar, and I swung at him, and he caught my wrist and slammed it down, and had a zip tie cranked around both wrists before I could swing the other. I kicked, and he pinned my legs and dragged me to the counter and zip-tied my hands to the metal shelf underneath. I yanked immediately, and the shelf rattled, and he kicked me in the ribs so hard something cracked, and I curled around the pain but kept pulling. He crouched and ripped my name tag off. Caleb, I know your name. When this is over, you forget everything. He pointed at Michelle. That baby stops crying or we have a problem. Lily was wailing. Michelle pressed the girl's face against her shoulder and rocked, and the terror on her face gutted me so completely. I pulled at the zip tie until my skin tore and blood ran down both forearms. and
No.
So unrealistic. Why is there blood right there? Like, how does that happen? He must have put it at like Titus or something. What do you think, Jake?
You put that tightest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what
dripped off my elbows. Michelle saw it, and her face crumpled, and she mouthed, "Stop," but I shook my head and kept pulling. The
Why
big
don't
one
you
ripped
just
the
hit it
cash
off
drawer out,
something?
and bills
Sorry.
scattered. 300? That's it? He swept the drawer off the counter, and it crashed into the chips.
Bro,
He
at
hit the
least you can
houses.
get some
no
chips
alarms,
with it.
no cameras. This is home base. He pulled a list of addresses from his pocket. The small one crouched in front of Lily, his head tilted, almost gentle. How old? Michelle's voice shook. 18 months. The gentleness vanished when he straightened up.
All right.
Keep her quiet.
Can't kill her. You can't kill her. If she has a girl 18 months, you are literally the devil if you kill that person.
2 of them went out into the dark. The small one stayed, jittery, pacing. His mask was crooked, and I could
Oh!
see his jaw, and something
I think that's his friend.
That's his best friend trying to save him.
Yes,
the
because
same
this
bill.
title. Look,
about it tugged at the back of my brain. The
My
way he
best
chewed
friend's
the inside
betrayal
of his
saved
cheek.
me.
I'd seen someone do that every day in shop class. The second they left, I started pulling at the shelf. The screws were loose in the old wood. I braced my feet and pulled, and my cracked ribs screamed, and I bit down until I tasted blood, and the screws ripped free. I flattened behind the counter. The security camera had a tiny green light. Battery backup. Still recording. I grabbed the scissors and sawed through the zip tie, and it snapped, and blood was running down both wrists, and relief surged so hard through me, my head spun. The fire extinguisher. Red metal. 10 feet. He turned from the window and walked toward Michelle. Your car still running? She nodded. Keys. She pulled back. Please. Her car seat's in there. He grabbed for the keys, and she twisted, and Lily screamed, and the fury was so instant and blinding, my body moved before my brain caught up. I ripped the extinguisher off the wall and swung at the back of his legs. And he
Why
went
didn't
down
you go
hard.
for the
He
head?
rolled and kicked
That's
me in the
he's
stomach,
killed.
and I doubled over but
Oh my
held
God.
on. I swung again, and his shoulder crunched.
Literally, go for the head. Going. Ahmed! Ahmed! Ah! And he's dead.
Yo,
They're
if
dead. So
you can tell it's his best friend. Hit him, take that mask off, and I'm reporting you to please look at the cameras.
Chip display, and the whole
Oh my God! What the heck?
Oh hell no!
he grabbed the
Broke
bottle
off
and
right.
hurled it at my head, and I ducked, and it shattered against the wall.
Look at the
I
bottle,
charged and
bro.
swung low and caught
How is he still alive?
He was on the floor between us, staring up with button eyes. I
Is that
slammed the
Ellie?
extinguisher into his chest, and he let go. Michelle, run! Your car. She sprinted for the door with Lily screaming. I shoved through the back room door and slammed it, and threw my weight against it, and he hit it from the other side so hard my feet slipped. I jammed the mop handle through the door handle and burst out the back exit. Michelle's van.
Oh, the rain's gone.
She was turning
That was a
the
quick
key,
storm,
and the engine
honestly.
clicked dead. She'd been running it for 40 minutes. Dead battery. The panic was choking me. I sprinted to the hood and slammed my palms on it. Pop it! She was shaking so hard she couldn't find the latch. Lily was screaming in the back. Michelle, the hood! She found it, and I ripped the cables and dried the terminals with my shirt. And inside the store, the mop handle cracked. He was almost through. Try now! Click. Nothing. I slammed the battery housing and corrosion crumbled off the terminal. Again! Click. The engine coughed and died. The back door was splintering. I grabbed both terminals and squeezed them against the posts with my bare hands. Now, the engine caught and roared, and I yanked my hands free and slammed the hood dry.
Honestly, I'm not a car surgeon or something. Like, does this person just give CPR to cars and then
Wow.
turn alive? Like, holy.
He works at a gas station. Of course he knows
Oh
how
yeah,
to-
by the way, his story is just this red-haired, heterophobic person who makes crazy stories. We'll watch one of the shorts after this.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Because
stop.
he has
What about
different colored
drive? She
eyes.
tore out, and the taillights vanished. I sprinted to the front and
Actually,
hauled
we
the door
won't watch
shut
on
with
this
my
one, so
bloody
sorry,
hands
wow.
slipping, and grabbed the padlock from the propane cage, and it took 3 tries to snap it through. He was locked inside, pounding on the glass. The back door splintered open behind me. He was getting out, headlights coming fast. The other 2. The van pulled in, and the big one jumped out. What happened? He got out. Woman's gone. The big one scanned the dark. I was behind the air pump, 15 feet away. Find him. I ran. Vaulted the fence, and my ribs screamed, and I stumbled through a backyard. Fence rattling behind me.
Alright, so 15 feet away from him. You stand up, run over the fence. How are they not? Oh, they saw him. Never mind.
Boots on grass. I cut through a yard, and a motion light clicked
Yard.
on, and I was lit up, and I dove
A-
over the next
Nah,
fence
he said
and
I
landed
cut through a yacht.
A yard. He said a yard.
British.
in a garden and kept
No
running.
offense,
I
son.
shoved through a
God,
hedge.
it's just the AI
Thorns ripped my arms
voiceover
and
view.
came out on a pitch black
Arms.
street and sprinted 3 blocks
Got
and
it.
ducked into an alley behind a dumpster. Flashlight beams at the end of the
Dumpster.
alley. Check up.
What I would do is just jump in the dumpster because honestly, it's a life or death situation. Would you rather jump into a dumpster and live, or go beside it and die?
Over here, I pressed my face into my knees and pulled my feet in, and the beam swept past the dumpster 6 inches from my shoes. He's gone. Come on, we're losing time
What?
in the houses. Boots
Whoa!
fading. They went
You didn't even walk down. Wait, hold up.
They
Back
didn't
to
even
Rob.
walk down to check.
into my knees and
I
pulled
swear,
my
there's
feet
like
in, and
a
the
part
beam
where it
swept
shows
past the
it's what
dumpster
goes
6
way
inches
farther
from
down.
my shoes. He's gone. Come
You
on,
just
we're
walk
losing
away.
time on the
No,
houses.
I
Boots
swear,
fading.
I swear,
They
I
went
swear, I
back
swear, I
to
swear.
robbing.
Now I think I know what it is. His friend said that to save him, but then he's gonna get mad, and then the friend will actually kill him. Well,
In
try.
the neighborhood. I stayed behind the dumpster,
But his
shaking and
story
crying from
went.
exhaustion. Then I heard screaming, not from the gas station, from a house 2 streets over. A woman screaming, "Get out of my house," and glass breaking, and I could hear it cutting through the rain, and I knew exactly what was happening. They were inside someone's home. I should have stayed behind the dumpster. I should have waited for the sirens. But Michelle's face flashed through my head, and the sound of Lily crying, and I was terrified.
Collins was the deciding vote for
All right, bro. Sorry.
Sorry, guys.
You can
Ad
pause
break.
it. You
Ad-
can pause it.
Ad break. So you guys are gonna watch me, so we don't get copyrighted. See this water bottle? Very nice. Very nice.
Whoa. Guys, we're gonna do a staring contest. Me and Jake. 3, 2, 1.
Metabolism support and great taste. Boost your day with new Body Armor Fit.
What the heck?
Oh, Jake blinked.
Oh, I saw that blink, Jake. All right, bro. Damn it, I nearly had it.
Bro, why do you push him?
Do a staring contest. Let's go.
No, guys. You're watching me. So basically, today
You can't.
we're watching his story, as you know. But we don't do Nike Texas profit. We don't.
Alright, it's
We do
starting.
quarter zips and matcha.
Guys, it's starting.
She needs to
Alright, starting. Starting.
We must go.
Starting!
We
Idiot.
don't need no guns.
Porch railing and dialed 911 with shaking bloody fingers. 3 men robbing a house.
Watch this gnome turn alive because gnomes are creepy, and it's gonna dive in with his hat to kill him.
Railing and dialed 911 with shaking bloody fingers. 3 men robbing a house on Miller Street. Yellow house, broken front door.
Yellow
There's a woman
house is all
inside
you
screaming.
have?
I hung up. Inside, I could hear them tearing through cabinets, and the woman was sobbing. I grabbed a garden gnome off the porch next
Oh,
door. And
he's
threw it
gonna
through
use
the
it to
side
kill
window of
them.
The robber's van, and the alarm erupted. The big one came
Yes!
crashing through the front door, and I was already running. He saw me in the streetlight for half a second. It's the kid from the station. Both of them came after me. I
No, you
sprinted
should
down
went in the
alley,
car and
the
just
big
drove
one was
around
fast
to get
like
them
a
out of
zombie.
there.
I could hear
And then you
screaming
should
getting closer.
Drove over him.
Left and
Drove
right,
over
like
him.
Yeah, drive over.
Yeah.
Do what you do to Chester. Do what you do to Chester.
Yeah, do what
you
you
know.
do.
tripped and went down hard and cursed. I vaulted a chain.
Holy cartoon shred. Like, holy. Alright, we might just stop talking. We'll start talking at 10 minutes. Just giving you time to watch.
Link fence and dropped into a yard, and
Choose
there
your
was
end or
nowhere
what?
left to run. So I crawled under a deck and pressed myself flat against the dirt, and cobwebs stuck to my face, and something skittered across my head.
Oh my god!
Keep from screaming. Boots on the pavement above me, flashlight beams sweeping through the fence slats. The light crept along the edge of the deck 6 inches from my face. Check under there. We don't have time. That alarm's gonna bring every neighbor on the block. We go now. The van peeled out. I crawled out from under the deck and spit dirt
50th time they did
out of my
it.
mouth and stumbled back to the yellow house. The old woman was standing in her doorway in a bathrobe, clutching a phone and shaking. Are you okay? They took my mother's jewelry box. It was the only thing I had left of her. Her voice broke and I
That's
grabbed
just
the porch
cruel,
railing
bro.
because my
That's
legs were about
cruel.
to give out. The police are on their way. I called them. She looked at my wrists. The gauze from the zip ties had soaked through and blood was dripping off my fingers onto her welcome mat. Oh, honey, you're bleeding everywhere. I'm okay. You are not okay. You're a child. She went inside and came back with a dish towel and wrapped it around my worst wrist and tied it tight, and her hands were gentle and steady, even though she...
W person. There's no way I just paused it like 1 second before 10
Robbed. What's your
minutes.
name? Caleb, why on earth did you run toward this house? Because I could hear you screaming. She pressed her hand against my cheek, and her eyes filled up. I heard sirens getting closer, and I turned and ran back toward the gas station because the night wasn't over. The parking lot was dark and empty. The padlock was on the front door, but the back door was hanging off its hinges. I stepped through, and glass...
Mhm.
Can you go shut off the light up, that big light, do you know?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Thank you.
1 sec, guys. Yo, we watch.
Jules. You guys can react to it.
Okay, we will be reacting it. Just me and Jake will talk some crap, and
Like he's such a bum, bro. He has to make these videos because we all know he's actually a real fat man that eats KFC all day.
Bah. No, we don't. Bro, you only say that because Tyler Brutelli does.
The green glow of the security camera lit up a face, and I stumbled.
What? It's
backward.
true.
Nate Mitchell. I'd known that jaw. I'd been staring at it all night with the crooked.
You got scared.
Had been screaming at
That
me
was
to
it?
recognize it, and I wouldn't let
Allen Iverson! Where do you put the
We
remote?
ate so much cake we both threw up. Shared headphones in study hall every single day for 2 years.
Is this a new
Holding
video?
his shoulder where I'd hit him with the extinguisher, and tears were running down his face. Nate, Caleb, a woman
Oh.
and a baby were in this store. A little girl with a stuffed elephant was
Let's
screaming
see.
on the floor while you stood over her. He flinched at every word. I told them the station was closed. I told my brother. Your brother kicked my ribs in. He's my brother. I couldn't say no. You could have said no. You have my number. You sat next to me in study hall yesterday. I know. He pressed his face into his hands. He said nobody gets hurt. Quick money. My brother got out of county.
He's trying to apologize just to come back a different time and do it again.
Yeah, it's just gonna come back act tomorrow and go like,
At my house and said he had a plan, and I was going to help.
and knock him straight out.
You've met my brother.
Well, that's what his story would do.
Just met his brother, the man who cracked my rib and ripped a cash register apart with his bare hands.
And got mad that it was only $300.
Told me I owed him because he didn't snitch on me for something I didn't even do. Nate wiped his face. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what happened. Headlights swept through the windows. The van was back. Nate's face went white. They're back. My brother won't leave without me. He grabbed my arm. If he finds you here, he's not letting you walk out. The flashlight cut through the broken back doorway. The big one ducked in, and he looked even bigger in the dark, and his boots crunched on glass. He was carrying a crowbar from the van. Nate, let's go. Nate squeezed my arm. Stay down. He stood up. I'm here. The flashlight hit his face. Where's the kid? Gone. He ran. The big one grabbed Nate by the collar and shoved him toward the back door. Nate stumbled. and
Watch
planted
watch
feet.
his
Wait,
friend
we don't
just
wait.
come up
I
and
said wait. The big
and
one
bicycle
swung the
kick him.
flashlight beam around the store, and it landed on me, crouched behind the aisle, and I could feel it on my face like a heat lamp. He's still here. He shoved Nate aside and came down the aisle with the crowbar raised, and he was twice my size, and the fury on his face was volcanic. You locked my boy in. You let the woman go. You called the cops on us at that house. I raised the extinguisher. That's not going to stop me. I squeezed the handle and sprayed him point blank, and he screamed.
Oh,
and
you spray him, then you hit him in the head and kills him.
then
And kill him.
clawing at his
Doing a
eyes,
favor.
he crashed into the cooler doors and glass shattered. The second guy came through the back door. Nate stepped into the aisle between us. He spread his arms wide and planted his feet. Enough! The second guy stopped. Nate's brother was screaming and wiping his eyes. Get out of my way. No. Nate, I swear to God, move. This is my friend. His voice cracked. His mom drove me to school when mine wouldn't. She packed me lunch because nobody packed mine. I sat next to him every day for 2 years, and he never once made me feel like I
Bro was really living in this struggle.
was less than anyone. He was
Gang,
crying and
gang.
shaking and half the size of his brother, and he didn't move. I'm done. I did this because you told me to, and I watched a baby scream on a floor because of us, and I'm done. His brother lunged around him with the crowbar, and Nate grabbed his arm, and they crashed into the shelf, and cans rained down, and I swung the extinguisher and connected with the brother's weapon, and he dropped the crowbar, and he held the second guy bolted to the floor. Nate and his brother were on the ground, and Nate was holding his brother's arm with both hands, screaming, "Stop!" And I kicked the crowbar down the aisle and grabbed the front door key.
Dropping it twice like normal.
What?
Fast.
Running the truck. 3 cruisers, officers pouring in. 3 inside. They rushed past me and pulled all 3 out in handcuffs. The brother was
Three.
still wiping his eyes and cursing. Nate came out last. He was bleeding from a cut above his eye, and his hands were cuffed behind him, and he was 17 years old. His face found mine across the parking lot, and he held my eyes, and neither of us blinked. The kid who stood between his brother and me with his arms spread was being loaded into a cruiser, and I pressed both hands over my face. The security camera, battery backup, green tinted footage of the whole
Why are you sad? You heard murder in it.
night. The officer played it on his laptop. 3 men entered
With his
me on the
friend.
floor. Michelle holding Lily, me breaking free, the extinguisher, and at the end, Nate stepping between his brother and me with his arms wide. We have everything on camera, including that kid stepping in front of a crowbar for me. The paramedic wrapped my wrists in white gauze. These are deep. You'll have scars. Michelle's minivan pulled into the lot. She got out, and Lily was asleep in the car seat with Ellie tucked under her arm. Michelle crossed the parking lot and walked straight into me and held on shaking. You
What about Liz?
Yeah.
The Huz.
You needed to run. She's okay. My baby's okay because of you. She brought Lily over and put her in
We'll
my
watch another video off.
and smelled like baby shampoo, and her tiny hand curled around my finger, and I choked up because
This sort
the
of
girl was
looks
safe and had no idea what happened to me. My mom showed up in the bathroom, police scanner in the kitchen. She grabbed my face and saw the bandages and the bruise and pulled me in so hard my ribs screamed. You're done working nights. Mom, you're done. I buried my face in her
Working nights. Just make it work in the daytime.
grown men twice and saved a woman from the house, and I wanted my
Bro was stopping going.
The old woman from Middle Street gave a statement. She described the kid who threw a gnome through the picked her up and put her on the counter. Michelle came in a week later with Lily on her hip, and the little girl pointed and screamed, "Ellie!" and I handed it to her. And she
Bro,
leaned against her
that
shoulder.
girl
Michelle
is
cried.
2'2",
She didn't need to
and she's
say
yelling,
anything.
Ellie, Ellie.
When he taunted and tore the candy on her, like nothing had ever happened.
Alright, bro. Alright, guys. End of the video. Peace. See you in the next one. Bye. Voice is being weird. Stop yelling. Hopefully that was actually good.